What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the SOG Seal Puck. Now, I've had this knife for a long time, probably going on 2 years, I want to say. I did 2 videos on this blade way back when I just started to have my YouTube channel. Which I've had my YouTube channel probably, I've had it a little bit longer than I had this blade, but I took those videos down because they were not the best in quality, nothing like that. And besides, I didn't know what I know now about blades and stuff, which I gave it a good test back then, so I know what this can do. But so we're going to go ahead and hop right into this review now. I believe I can remember all the specs off the top of my head, because I used to love this knife, and I still do, but don't use it that much as I do, like, say, my tops and K-bar and stuff like that. Let me get it out of the sheath. We'll talk about the sheaths in just a second. Take it. Let me see here. I got you zoomed in, so check you out. Sorry about that. Alright, so we got an overall length of about, I think it was 9 1/4, something around that. Your handle length is about 4 inches, somewhere around there. And then your blade length is, I want to say, actually I got a tape measure right here, so you got about almost a 5-inch blade. That's really close to 5 inches. You're a few millimeters off being 5 inches, or centimeters, sorry, whatever you want to call them. About 5/32 inch thick, a little bit less than 3/16. And I'm pretty sure that is a hollow grind, because you can look down it and then kind of see that concave or whatever you want to say, you want to call it, where I think I'm pretty sure that a hollow grind is done on a wheel, so you can kind of look down a blade and see it's curved, but it's got a clip point and it kind of tapers, you can see, that goes down the blade to make it, because it is a fighting tactical knife. I mean, it's used for military purposes or EDC. That handle you see there is a GRN, stands for glass reinforced nylon. Not the most comfortable stuff in the world, but certainly not the worst type of material they could use. I mean, you know, gets the job done. It is full tang. I don't know if you can see that in there. And this knife has got some scars, and I can say that coconut they put on it has been tough. I've baton metal with this thing. I've put my own weight on it, which I know you're not supposed to do that type of stuff, but heck, I mean, it was just a tough knife back when I used it and stuff. So I should use it a whole lot more, but I mean, I don't. You know, I've moved on to better, you know, bigger and better things. So, but it had its time back when I used it a lot, back in my earlier videos. It's got those serrations there. I hate serrations. You don't know how bad I hate them. I rolled them way back when, and I just haven't fixed it yet. But I took it, before I did this video, I put what edge I could on it, so it would kind of give it a fair test. And we'll talk about the sheath a little bit. It is, you can put it in, come on, focus. Yep, you can put it in any way you want. So it's right or left hand carry. Let's see, slide that in there. I can't really see because of the camera. See, and the button snap and Velcro for closure, and then you check for rattle. Yeah, it's got a little bit. And then the drainage hole, it's pretty cool. It's in that button right there. You got MOLLE back, the MOLLE attachment back, and then a little pouch, which I got another little SOG knife in here. I got a SOGzilla in there. I don't really use that. For the most part, the sheath is held up pretty good, but like right here, the Velcro's coming unstitched, but that was from a lot of use, so we'll give it that. And then you got a plastic insert in there, Kydex, whatever you want to call it. And then spots for lashing holes. So, and then I don't know if I mentioned, the steel is all 8, which, like I said, I mean, it's not made of the best materials, but you know, they're just trying to fit it on a budget. So let's hop into this test. Alright, so now what we're going to do, just to give you a little bit of a sharpness test, I want to say I am by no means. Alright, now I am by no means a professional hand sharpener. That's something I'm going to try to upgrade in my sharpening system, but I want to give you a little bit of somewhat of a sharpness test. So we'll just try different little spots of the blade. So yeah, I mean, that sharpening job did somewhat, but this is a soft wood, so I mean, but that's what you're going to be starting fires with, ideally. I mean, if that's all you got, it's hardwood. It'll work sometime, but I mean, let's try out those serrations. I don't like serrations, but I mean, they'll get it done, but I just think, you know, it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they're so hard to sharpen. I mean, why use them? But hey, they're for some people, but not me. So that's that. This was with the finer, and then that was just digging in with serrations. Alright, so now what we're going to do, a little bit of batoning. So, let me get where you can see. I got two different kinds of woods. I got some wild cherry that is still relatively green. Can't remember when I cut this, but I know it wasn't too long ago. So, and it was an alive tree, which the reason I cut it, I mean, they don't really produce nothing. They're just cherries for the birds, but it's relatively hardwood, kind of. So I think I will use this piece as my baton, and then I'll get this piece. It looks more gnarly, not stuff. Let me see if I'm gonna back up some. That way you can see. I'm just gonna put the whole blade in there. Let's see. Hollow grinds ain't my favorite, but I mean, it's just whatever. I mean, probably need a little bit harder surface to do this on. That's it. We'll go ahead and split it again. Alright, so there you go. That's some cherry for you. And then I will do some pine. It's always easier. It's hardly like any really. Boy, this is lumber too. It was like lumber blocks or something like that. But there's hardly really any like bad knots that you can't really split in lumber like that. Alright, so I'm here at my little wood pile. I guess we'll just do some tip testing. And normally I don't like to tip test that much, but I've done it before. I know what it can take. So, let's go ahead. This piece of oak or something. We'll just do it in this little spot that that's thunder right there, I believe, boys. We'll just do it in this spot right here that I've kind of burnt out. Daggone ants all over me. I mean, they do their heat treat right on the Alls 8. Well, at least on this model. I mean, Now I have had some problems out of SOG with the what was it? The SOG Fari Tanto machete. Now I had all kinds of problems out of that. Like, it bent on me. I didn't even like do any hard work with it. It bent within the first day of me having it. So, and then like the edge warped, and you know, you can't keep an edge on the daggone thing. 3CR13. It just sucks in small, like thin quantities. Oh man, I about lost the camera. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so now what we'll do some minor chopping. Because there ain't no weight to this. I mean, you know. And even if it doesn't do good, I'm not going to count against it. I mean, you're not supposed to chop. I mean, you can't really chop with something like that. So why count against it? This is just say if you need to make like a, I don't know what you're going to call this. Like a improvised spear, I don't know. Can't see it, can you? Piece of crap bipod. I mean, it gets it done. See, maybe it wasn't the bipod, maybe it was just me moving. I think there's a lesson here. It's called, if you're going to chop, carry a axe, hatchet, or a bigger knife. But I'm just kidding. It did all right. But like I said, I wouldn't. You know, if I was going into a situation, this would not be my only tool. Alright, so just for the heck of it, we're going to carve a notch out of this poplar. I believe it's poplar. Looks like poplar. Yeah. Now, I do not know how, actually, it looks pretty dead on the inside, and it feels pretty dead. So actually what we'll do, let me see if I can find a better piece. Yeah, right there. One that I've pre-split. We'll just carve like some kind of weird notch out of this. Just for demonstrative purposes. But like that, it will keep you like the handle texture. It will keep you. I mean, but going back to kind of like I said earlier, I think, because like, I can't stand this crap when it happens. I was doing so good on my recording process, and some idiot prank calls me right in the middle. That made me so mad. It angered me so bad, and it was like, and I was talking about something important. I can't even remember what I was talking about now. So, I mean, I lost footage there. So, but like, I don't even remember if I said it yet. But hollow grind's not my favorite grind. I mean, I'd rather have something like a full flat or something like a Scandi. Sorry about that. The battery. Come on, you piece of crap. There we go. The battery thing will do it. Or it'll give you a notification when the battery's low and all that crap. It's on 10%, so. Alright, so that is not, by far, not the best notch. But, you know, with a better edge on it, I mean, it'll do it. It will cut. Alright, guys, so this is, I believe this is where I'm going to cut it off for today. Just my overall thoughts about this. It's a good knife for the money. You can usually find it from about $30 to $40, maybe $50 sometimes, depending on where you're getting it. But I'm gonna put you up here just for a second. But just, I mean, you get you know, decent materials for the money. Like I said, that All's 8, not the best steel in the world, but certainly beats others by a country mile. You know, they did the heat treat right. If you have been with me for a long time, you've seen the old dumb video that I did. The reason I say it was dumb, just like the way it was set up and stuff, I didn't really like it, you know. I kind of just slopped videos together, didn't really take no time to, you know, edit it or nothing like that. But I put my weight on it, I stood on it, jammed it into a piece of firewood, and then I stood on it, pulled it out, and then it was still straight, and it, you know, it still kicks butt. Anything you want it to do, I mean, you know, it'll do it. I mean, you know, it might not be the best at it, but like I said, I mean, I definitely, it was worth my money, and I would recommend it to anybody for an EDC knife. You know, if you're on that tight budget, and you know, I mean, it is made in Taiwan, but you know, most knives in that price range out there with this quality are gonna be Taiwan and stuff like that. You're not really gonna find a good American blade with, like, say, this type of material. You know, anything made in America is more expensive because, you know, it's kind of more American labor out there, you know, unless you know, you got Chinese or Taiwanese, you know, importing it in to America. I guess you could say, I don't know if you call that less labor or not, but anyhow, I'm going on a ramble there. I would recommend it if you ever, you know, get the chance to pick one up. I would say go for it. You know, like I said, $30 to $40. You can find them in Walmart, you know, your local hunt and fishing store. They usually got them. But hope you guys enjoyed my third video on this, and I will actually be doing more videos on the past stuff I did, because like I said, I deleted a bunch of them. So as always, guys, thanks for stopping by, and until the next time we meet, y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all guys on the other side.